Last night we asked you, who are you rooting for, Blazers or Damian Lillard? And 57% of you said Lillard, but I don't think you were. I think you're lying.
The crowd...
it was pro-Blazers.
So I got to be there for the first quarter, and then I had to leave.
Oh, you left?
Yeah, well, I had a family thing that I had to go deal with. So I kind of got screwed because obviously, that I didn't get there quite in time for all of the...
You probably didn't get there in time for the intro.
No, so it was like...
You want to hear it?
I was like, damn it. Well, you should play it. It's really good.
Yeah.
They did.
It is good.
I'll give this. For as much of a clown show as it's been over there over the years, the Blazer organization, they could not have handled this any better. Total class.
6-3 for Weaver State.
And then the ovation went on for a while. It was like...
Minute-long standing O.
Well, at first I was like... So he does the intro, and I'm like... Dame, does all his high fives and stuff, and then he gets out, they walk out there. And he's standing out there, and I'm kind of going... not, But then... the fans slowly start to stand up.
Yep.
It keeps going, gets a little louder. He acknowledges, and that's when it's like, ooh, this is good.
It was awesome.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And they had 2 different tribute videos. Lillard said the second one damn near got him because it wasn't expected. It was like during a huddle, during a timeout, and no one was paying attention in the Bucks. Bucks huddle, they were all giving Lillard crap. They're like,
they were eye rolling Doc Rivers.
Yeah, they're like, well, that's true because that team still hasn't figured out what the hell they're doing.
No, they haven't.
They will. That they'll be fine. But it was just a really, really cool night. Right down to the part where, and by then I was watching it from my couch. I was convinced that Lillard was about to rip someone's heart out, but in the most glorious way possible.
Well, I think everyone was.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we wanted, wasn't it?
A little bit, Well, especially if you had can I just say for the record,
is this a prop bet?
It's prop bet. Like I'm loving the idea of what's going on with like the last 6 games the Blazers are developing real well. But for those of us that are sitting at 28.5, including me and Buck,
2/3 of this show,
this trend of the last 6 games is very troubling.
They're just walloping the East. They steamroll the Sixers. They beat the Bucks. They beat the Pacers.
And they're playing well, and like Scoot's efficient, and like DeAndre Ayton actually showed up. We had not 1 but 2 wild hookers in the lane. What are we doing? We're throwing up hook shots now?
Blazers.
Ayton's hitting 18-foot jumpers?
We don't like it. We need a short-term injury. We need a trade. We need a flu.
You do need an injury because I'm telling you, they look pretty good.
Yes, they do.
They shouldn't be though, right?
They have some pretty good players.
I'm just
they shouldn't be beating like the 2 seed in the East.
Simons is hitting Euro step freaking the game winners.
You've got Simons, who I don't know if they said this on the broadcast. I can't remember if they said this or not. Oh, yes, they did every 5 seconds. But he's like the most clutch player in the NBA.
Yes,
besides Giannis, I think is what they said.
Well, I was there when he had the game winner against, who were they playing? Was it Cleveland? I was there. Like every time I show up, Simons is hitting a game winner. Dude, that guy, and yet he's still the one that the Blazer fans are like, you got to get rid of that guy.
So you have between Simons, Jeremy Grant, and Ayton.
Yeah.
If those guys are healthy, that's professional. Those 3 are good, solid pros.
And you need Ayton to care less, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I need Ayton to be snowed in again, and I need that
need some injuries.
I need that damn Malcolm Brogdon shipped out.
Another veteran.
Yeah, contender. Some contender. Come get him.
Trade deadline's coming. We need him out, and I don't want a player replacing him. I want draft picks. I need draft picks.
Cash considerations.
Futures.
Maybe a pick swap.
Do they have in-season win total over-unders, like live over-unders, as teams go along?
I don't know.
They probably do. I don't know how late they would be offering them, but I don't know.
I wonder if they have that. I might take the over.
I know they do that in the NFL, but I don't know if they do in the NBA.
Yeah, all I know is...
But it doesn't behoove them to win games.
No, and
Stop winning!
And this is what I'm counting on, and I think it's what's Bucks counting on well, too, is if we get to a certain point and they start winning games and it start messing with draft, that's when we start shutting people down. That's when we start good nondescript back spasms. Simon's going to get some tendonitis somewhere.
Someone needs a knee cleaned up. You just cut the season short a little bit and let them do that early. Do that in February.
So I'm not worried yet. I told told you, we get to 20 wins and now I'll start sweating a little bit. But last night, in all honesty, the last 3 years have been absolute dog crap. And last night was the best time. I was bummed that I had to leave, but ended up getting to watch the second half from the comfort of my house. That was the funnest night that the Blazers have had in 3 years.
Yeah.
That was awesome. And from start to finish, the Lillard stuff, the ending, and it was really good. I mean, I guess there was some sloppy play, but it was just a good, entertaining back and forth. Guys were making shots. It was awesome. Blazers were playing defense, for God's sakes. What, 4 charges they took in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, it was a good game. And it kind of reminded you that, oh yeah, there's, it can be fun in there.
Yeah.
You forgot about that.
Yeah, it was great juice in the crowd.
Yeah, a lot of juice. It was a moda moment. And all made possible by Damian Lillard, although I'm with you, they look very discombobulated.
Yeah,
Lillard, I thought you were talking about the Damian Lillard prop. Damian Lillard's over-under last night, point total, was 26.5.
Yeah.
He was on 25 with 5 seconds left in Milwaukee. I think everybody thought, well, there it is. The game winner will not only beat the Blazers, but it will cover his over-under points prop.
And kudos, by the way, for Brogdon for taking it away.
But he didn't get the shot off. Stupid Robin. Every time I'm looking up, or Brook Lopez, every time I look up Brook Lopez is shooting a 3, I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's not ideal.
And he has such an ugly shot, too.
And I know he can make it, but Lillard, they're weird. He was standing, I thought Lillard doesn't really, and he said it.
Yeah.
He's not quite.
No.
They haven't quite figured it out yet. He did a lot of standing around, a lot of bad shots.
Well, and Doc even said afterwards that was meant to go to Lillard, and they tried, and Brogdon showed.
He gave it up.
He gave it up, and then at the end, what the hell were they doing with 5 seconds left? Why was Lillard inbounding to Giannis? Like what? And then he's fouled Giannis. That was bizarre. Like that's what you drew up. That made no sense to me whatsoever.
Doc just got off the plane. Give him a couple days. But yeah, I think you're right. They'll get it. They have plenty of time, but they don't.
No, I don't.
And they're professionals, but they don't look. Don't look.
That's a very talented team that just looks.
That was classic NBA in that you have one team that is severely outmanned. Well, I mean not severely, but one team that is clearly, is just trying to play team ball to win this game, and then the other team that has just one dude who's just a monster. Yeah. And thankfully, the team ball won out, at least for one night. One magical night.
Yeah, now can we go back to the previous 10 games? I don't like this 6-game run that they're on. Make me nervous.
But I want to say, too, one more thing, and then I guess we can carry it over, but we have Damian Lillard audio. He wants to come home, guys.
I know. He never wanted to leave.
We will get to that in our next segment, but I wanted to say that the fans, I thought, the fans were great last night. They showed why they're great, right? Blazer fans. Because Kevin Durant returned to Brooklyn and it was met with a giant meh.
Yeah.
So it shows you, just how you handle yourself matters regarding the star player, but also the fan bases, man. Blazers fans, that's why they're great. Right there is they just appreciate that dude. A lot of fans would be bitter. You think Philly would have handled it that way?
No.
So it was a very cool night. But I don't know, man. I was listening to Lillard talk. That dude, I don't know. I got a tinge of grass isn't always greener.
I don't think
him.
He doesn't love being in Milwaukee.